How do courts define same offense in double jeopardy? Imagine being tried for a crime, then facing the same charges again for what seems like the same act. How do courts decide if it really is the same offense? This question is at the heart of double jeopardy laws. The Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution says no person shall be tried twice for the same offense. But what counts as the same offense? That's where the court's definitions come into play. They look at different tests to make this decision. The most common one is called the elements test, also known as the Blockburger test. It compares the legal parts of each crime. If each crime needs proof of at least one fact that the other does not, then they are considered different offenses. That means double jeopardy doesn't block a second trial. But if both crimes requiring proving exactly the same facts, then they are the same offense, and a second trial is barred. Courts also use the evidence test. This looks at whether the evidence needed to prove one crime could also prove the other. If the same evidence supports both charges, then they might be seen as the same offense. Another way courts decide is through the transaction test. They ask if the crimes came from the same act or series of acts that are closely connected in time and purpose. If yes, then prosecuting both might violate double jeopardy. There's also the principle of collateral estoppel. It stops relitigating specific factual issues that were already decided in a previous case, even if the charges are different. Usually, courts use these tests together to decide if two cases are for the same offense. The elements test is the most common because it looks at the legal definitions of the crimes. Knowing how courts define same offense helps protect your rights. If you are charged with crimes that seem related, understanding this can help you argue that double jeopardy applies. This rule makes sure you don't face multiple trials or punishments for the same conduct. It keeps the legal process fair and final, preventing the government from trying to convict you again for what is essentially the same crime.